You know, you can actually try defending. There are options other than just letting the player beat you or lashing out and using violence against them to cheap shot them. And you could actually just play soccer and defend them. And I find it fascinating that that's never even crossed your mind. Because here's the thing, cheap shots are not good defense. Cheap shots are what you do when you admit you suck at the sport. You want to take the cowardly way out. So a player who's better than you, who's beaten you and embarrassed you and disrespected you multiple times, next time you do it, I'm going to leave my studs in and make sure they feel it. Yeah, that's coward shit. That's pussy shit. That's what people that can't play the sport do. So I'm going to give you an actual lesson on how to defend. So for starters, we have to get in a good defensive stance. So right now I'm in a defensive stance, and I'm trying to channel the player this way. I'm also going to have my front arm up like this. That way, if they try to beat me on the inside this way, I can touch them and control them this way. At bare minimum, if they come here, they're going to have to run through my hand, which will push my body into a position to where I can track them. Now, the main things we want to look for here is we don't want to buy on any of their face. If they're doing step overs or anything like this, we're going to ignore that. We are going to wait for them to actually make their move and accelerate away. Now, if they come this direction, now if the ball is playable, I can come in and tackle with my back foot. If it's not playable, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn with them, and I'm going to try to get my front arm in between them and the ball, and we're going to use our shoulders to try to shove them off the ball. If they try to beat me to this side, as I pointed out earlier, I am going to, if it's close here, I can tackle with my front leg. If it's not and it gets past this foot, I'm going to use my lead hand to just hold them back a little bit. I don't have to hold them back a lot. And then it's going to turn me here. Then I'm going to get my other arm, same thing, shoulder in front of them. Now, if they get past that, we can consider a slide tackle. And you know what? This is the difference between what you guys like and actually playing the game. I'm not saying don't be physical. I'm not saying don't use your body. I'm not even saying don't bend the rules just a little bit to get an advantage against your opponent. What I'm saying is, if you just lash out and use cheap shots and just kick players because they're better than you, you're admitting you don't belong on the pitch at all. You belong in the stands watching, or even better, at home. Also, your boy Dennis Wise, he's a coward. He's always been a piece of shit. And if you don't know what he's done in his career, you should probably look him up. He's done a whole lot of cowardly nonsense in his career.